Trump breaking news today. Florida vacation for Biden to enjoy sunlight and raise campaign funds. On Tuesday, President Joe Biden will host a fundraising event in Florida, a state that was once a swing but is now firmly in the Republican column and where Republican candidate Donald Trump calls home. Both events will be held in Florida, one in Jupiter, which is around 30 minutes north of Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate, and the other in Miami. Also see, pregnant lady accused of violence by former Miami Dolphins running back. As concerns about a recession have diminished, Biden has been encouraged by optimistic economic reports. In preparation for what promises to be a long and costly election season, he is now keen to amass campaign funds to tout his record and take aim at Trump. More than $97 million was reported raised in the last 3 months of last year by Biden's campaign and the Democratic National Committee. Despite the fact that Biden will likely not be swayed in November by Florida's affluent donors, the state is still an essential destination for him. Trump won Florida in 2016 and 2020, whereas Obama won the state in 2008 and 2012. Furthermore, in the 2022 midterm elections, Republicans swept Florida, defeating Democrats by nearly 20 percentage points in races for governor, U.S. Senate, and other state offices. Republican turnout is 800,000 votes more than Democratic turnout was 600,000 a little over 10 years ago, according to voter registration data. In addition to the Republican leanings of the state's Latino population, which accounts for 18% of the electorate, and the influx of retirees from the Midwest and Northeast, Florida leans to the right politically. Biden's performance in 2020 was significantly lower than his national average, with just 54% of the state's Latino voters supporting him. According to AP Votecast, the 5% of Floridians of Cuban ancestry who cast ballots for him fared the worst. Some of the most populated and prosperous counties in the state had lower margins for Latinos, which contributed to Biden's weaker performance compared to prior Democratic nominees. In 2020, for instance, Biden emerged victorious in Palm Beach and Miami-Dade counties, albeit with narrower percentages than 2016's Hillary Clinton, since the state's economy is heavily reliant on tourism and its inhabitants have a penchant for driving more. Inflation poses a far greater threat in Florida. Higher costs have been a constant drag on Biden's support ratings, even if consumer morale has improved and inflation has lessened. Consumer prices in the Miami-Fort Lauderdale-West Palm Beach area increased 5.7% year-over-year in December, while the national average was 3.4%, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, according to Kevin Wagner, a political science professor at Florida Atlantic University who also oversees the school's polling operation in Palm Beach County. Biden has a fighting chance in Florida due to the large number of independents, approximately 25% of the electorate. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis and the state legislature have failed miserably in their attempts to curb the escalating cost of housing and insurance, according to Wagner. DeSantis was Trump's opponent for the GOP nomination. According to him, the issues people are focused on, the candidates are going to be different compared to 2022. The idea that Republicans will cruise to victory in Florida without any serious challenge is dubious. The infighting has affected both of Florida's political parties. Christian Ziegler has been removed as chair of the Republican State Party following his involvement in a sex scandal. President Biden is welcome to return to Florida at any time. My only wish is that he takes note of the successful policies implemented during his stay. The party's new chair, Evan Power, expressed excitement about the upcoming election and the retirement of the president and his ineffective administration. The disarray inside the state Democratic Party has persisted for quite some time. A number of party workers discovered after the 2020 election that they were uninsured and faced hefty medical bills since their insurance had not been paid. After losing badly in 2022, Nikki Fried, a former state agriculture commissioner, was elected party chair last year. Even though Fried became the first Democrat in a decade to win a statewide campaign in 2018, she has unable to stop the decline in Democratic voter registration. Based on her predictions, Fried thinks Biden will win Florida in 2016. Democrats and independents inclined to the left are likely to turn out in large numbers if ballot initiatives to limit abortion and legalize marijuana are included. Fried stated that Florida should be fought for because it is in the running.